I'm aiming for a holler in the hills of Appalachia. No, sir, you wouldn't know the name. It's prettier than heaven, and where I'm at the world.
Over the next few weeks, I get to build my own guitar with Steve at Showalter Guitars. This is a thing that I've wanted to do forever. I actually, when I was 18, I was committed that I wanted to learn how to build guitars, and I did not grow up handy. The only yard work I ever had was my dad sitting on the porch smoking cigarettes, yelling for me to cut the grass lower, cut the bush back farther. So anyway, not to pick on him. I just did not grow up being handy. It's always been kind of an insecurity that I've carried with me. But I've built a couple guitars. I've built probably 15 or 20 electric guitars, but those are pretty plug and play. You buy the Legos, you put the Legos together, you burn yourself a couple times putting in some pickups and soldering. Easy peasy, you got a guitar that's okay. But I've always wanted to build my own acoustic guitar. So over the next few weeks, I'm gonna get to work with Steve a couple days a week to put together my dream Showalter guitar. So in this video that you're gonna see today, we're kicking off this new series of building guitars with Steve. And so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick out a back and side set. We're gonna sand that back and sides. And then we're even gonna finish the day by gluing it together with a little ebony back strip. It is a really cool thing. And Steve, thanks for letting me do this. So, Steve's information and Showalter Guitars will be in the description down below. So, with all that said, make sure you're subscribed because you won't want to miss this series. We're going to go from just a stack of lumber over on that wall into a full-on amazing hand-built guitar in the Shenandoah Valley by a dear friend. So, I'm super excited. I cannot believe that I get to have this opportunity. So, all right, let's get into it. The guitar that I want to build with Showalter Guitars is an OM, and I want to use sycamore on the top and Osage orange on the back and sides. So the first thing we have to do is to pick out the best looking set for the back of the guitar out of Osage orange.
There's one option.
Okay, that's really pretty.
And then this is right next to that, number 2.
Man, these are very, very dense, very hard.
And heavy. Right there.
Okay, yeah, we'd get around those.
Draw that.
That's a good looking set.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So another thing with the OM is it's a little bit narrower, just so that. And this is really wide.
That's really, that's really.
So I might, as wide as it is, I'd rather use that for a dreadnought.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. Now maybe what we want to do is sand those 2 down,
okay, yeah.
or these 3, and see from that point you'll have a better.
Yeah, that'd be great because it's pretty hard to tell. So this is the set I ended up choosing. It's super figured and beautiful, has a ton of movement in it. And we ended up actually moving up. You can see those lines. I ended up moving it up and including those knots. You'll see that more here in a minute. We're also using this big drum sander, which if you'd use a planer like this, it would just chop up the wood and it wouldn't work at all. But so Steve had to roll out this sandpaper, and it is an art in itself. It can't really be overstated how much time it takes to just prepare the wood itself. So each time we're taking maybe a thousandth or a couple thousandths of an inch each time off of these guitars. So that's why I eventually just went to, let's speed this up. And so this is probably 10 minutes, 12 minutes of work, and it's just passing back and forth. But we ended up we're doing 3 sets to figure out which is the best one for the guitar that we're putting together. The sanding process in the end was super helpful for figuring out what these guitars would actually look like if they were made into backs and sides of guitars, which was super exciting. Osage orange is beautiful to look at. I can't get over this kind of mustardy yellow color. It's so beautiful.
Start listening to it. Can you tell the difference between them 2?
Yeah, this one's on higher.
we got to the place where we can pick out yours then, and then we'll glue them together. They're not, like the rest of this has to be thinned down after it's glued together. Should be the same. Close. This is cracked here, but will stay out of the way of that, I think. So,
I mean, come on. Like, which set would you pick? They all have such great things. And I think this one on the right is the one I eventually stuck with. Set 1, set 2, and set 3. I like this one a lot.
Did this one you like a lot?
I like that one a lot, yeah.
Let's just put this.
Oh yeah, because I was considering the knots, but the knots won't be on there.
Well, you could put them on there if you slide it up.
Is that a problem?
It ain't a problem. I think you like them, don't you?
I do.
All right.
That looks cool. Yeah, so I really like how these have this.
Matches that.
It's kind of symmetrical.
Yeah.
And then this little thing.
Yeah. All right. So
All right, this is
that's
a winner.
Decision.
I think so.
Alrighty.
No hemming and hawing.
All right. Alrighty, now what we gotta do is get the edges joined.
Okay.
See, so you can see this crack. Oh, and by the way, do you want a back strip?
I would like one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we did the black.
That black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this look on the edges of the fingerboards. Look what I saved,
Oh, cool.
and that's long enough for that.
But that could
one,
be cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's good. So the big thing for these is that they have to be 100% square. So the sides to the edges have to be absolutely true and square, so that when you hold them up to the light, you don't see any light in between them. Because if you do, that means that there's room for glue and there's room for air. They're not going to work well. And so they just have to be good sides. So this process took a while, and it's really difficult to do.
Allows the board to lay flat. Mm-hmm. This is going to hold it up, so then that's going to cause a problem. So I need to saw on the table saw.
So this thing, what it does is it is able to hold loose into the wood together, and it will then hold them both together, press down, press together. And so this thing is really clever. Steve made this. I'm sure someone else came up with the design, but he made this, so he has one for the top and one for the back. This thing is also built out of amazing woods.
Oh, I was just some sycamore I had left over. What's the Rosette are you thinking about? That's on the top, but
yeah,
I was thinking about.
I'll have to go look and take some notes.
Yeah.
So while I was running off to look at rosettes and figure out what I wanted, I mean, part of this is that this guitar's just getting designed on the fly. So Steve is gluing up the back here. Now he's adding the side, the back strip, and then another side. Steve is just absolutely a master at his craft. It's super exciting to see someone who's just so talented and so skilled, and that he wants to share this, that he would invite me in with a camera. It means a whole lot to me.
Did you find what you like?
I did. I really like the two lines of tortoiseshell, or the same celluloid tortoise. Celluloidus.
I have squeeze out everywhere. That's a good sign. See?
Yeah.
Yep. It's even. That we need to.
I'm so excited. Such great contrast.
Oh
The
yeah.
yellow and the.
Yep. I like it. I think you chose well.
All right. I am too. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, you a peanut eater?
Been called worse.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh. 2 weeks ago, I found a guy in Stanton who had rebuilt a guitar that he found. And inside, it says some guy's name, Snap. But it was a guitar, it said made in Winchester, and it was scratched through, and it said someone had handwritten Grottos in 1897. And it was oak back and sides and a spruce top.
Oak back and sides.
Sounded great. It was like an arch top. It had a tailpiece and a floating saddle, or a floating bridge that just sat on the top.
A bar clamp, pipe clamp, or something like that, and it'll just buckle right
I'm
up
sure.
out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And using the wax paper.
Yep.
Cool. So when do you think? When should I come back out?
You want to come out for like an hour and a half
Sure.
to do the sides
Sure.
tomorrow?
Yeah. I can do that.
All right.
Well, thanks for watching this video. I'm Jeremy. I'm the Guitar Hunter. Make sure you subscribe so you can follow along and see this thing come from, I mean, this is episode 1. I don't know how many episodes it's going to take, but I mean, at the time of filming this, we're already, what date? We just finished day 3 today. And so with that, like, I can tell you there's really exciting progress, and there are mistakes that get made along the way. Mine, not Steve's, but really exciting guitar. It's going to be just such a cool meaningful guitar to me. Sycamore top, Osage orange back and sides. Not sure on the neck yet. We haven't done that yet, but make sure you're subscribed. See you guys later.
But it's prettier than heaven, and where I'm at the world, and where I'm going again.
I am a child. Enter the mind of a middle schooler.